Hey everyone, George Washington Goosebumps fan, and I'm wearing a horror movie shirt. This is not from like a children's restaurant or anything, I swear. Search up Willy's Wonderland, you'll find out what it is. It's basically FNAF, the movie ripoff. Anyways, and it came out like February 12th, 2021. I saw no release date. Yeah, so, my best friend is invisible. Oh wait, wrong book. Left got invisible. No, it's Ghost in the Mirror, guys. There's a mirror, it has to be Ghost in the Mirror. Oh! Lots of mirror books, lots of invisible books. Silly me. Silly me. It's like the clock books. I don't know the difference between Danger Time, which I have not read, and TikTok You're Dead. I haven't read that one in like years. Yeah, let's get invisible. That's what we're doing today. Enough said. Oh no, for the blurb! On Max's birthday, he finds a sort of magic mirror in the attic. It can make him become invisible. So Max and his friends start playing. Now you see me, now you don't. Hooray! Until Max realizes that he's losing control, staying invisible a little too long. Having a harder and harder time coming back. I have hard times coming back. Without the back. Getting invisible is turning into a very dangerous game. The next time Max gets invisible, will it be forever? What? Reader beware, for Sarah Goosebumps also available for our Stine. Let me. ISBN 0. I'm shutting up now. You might be dead shocked to find out this book is probably one of the greatest Goosebumps books I've read. I'm hands down not even kidding. I remain chilled throughout this book review, did I? Did I not spoil the surprise that I really fucking love this book? Because I usually do, like, before I even get this far in the video, because I usually say, so yeah guys, I really like this book. And then let's get into the upsides, why I did. This book is fucking phenomenal. I'm sorry if I'm gonna drag on the video a little bit longer right here. This book is fucking awesome. I highly recommend it. There is a downside, but it doesn't affect the book too much. I highly recommend it. Go read it before you even finish this review. Come on, go fucking read it. It's a bit of a longer one. But still, go fucking read it. Please! It's amazing! In my opinion. It's been a while since I reread this, and, since I read this the first time, like, a few years ago, and I reread it recently. Like, I'm starting to forget the story, even though it's literally identical to the episode, for the most part. Sorry for a buzzkill there, but yeah, if you've watched the episode, you're basically in for the same thing. Still fun read, though. I do recommend it strongly. Seriously, go read this book and then come back. Yeah, let's get into... Let's get into why I really like this book. Hooray! Okay. The upsides. We're gonna be brutally honest here. And I don't mean that in a bad way, because this book was fucking awesome. This book was probably one of the creepiest Goosebumps books I've read in a long time. I'm gonna get this one out of the way. This was probably really creepy. No, not probably. Definitely is, in my opinion, really creepy. The idea of, every time you flick the mirror, it could be a metaphor for something because you're slowly disappearing, and then at the end, you're just, replaced with your mirror versions of, which is basically a more evil version of you. It's kind of a metaphor for becoming a terrible person, or even death, because you're disappearing, you're dying, and that could be being reborn, for all we know. Sorry, that was the metaphor that popped in my head when I was reading in this book. I'm like, holy shit, is this a metaphor for something? Because I never even noticed that until I read the book. Of course, which was like years ago, and I didn't notice that the first time. This is the second time I ever read the book, because I wasn't too engaged in the idea originally. But yeah, the book itself, besides the metaphor shit and the overall creepiness of the idea of disappearing forever and slowly getting sucked in more and more, not knowing exactly what it's like in there, it's just so creepy because you're literally in the mirror dimension. And not to mention that you really can't see out that much, at least in the episode version. The episode's definitely not as creepy as what I imagined, so I'm just gonna say that flat out. It's definitely just really creepy. Besides that, some of the characters were really nice. None of the characters I felt like really dragged, or really, just sucked in general. Nobody sucked in this book. I really liked every character. Especially the main character. He was a fine character. So besides characters, I felt like the story itself is really good. There's a few downsides to it. I think there's a major one I think you all know if you've read the book. But besides that, sorry, I'm taking moments to breathe. I'm spatting out so much shit, and don't mind the shirt, please. Like I said in the intro, it's a horror movie shirt. Hold on, let me get a breather. I went bike riding not too long ago, like less than an hour ago. And talked to the cops. Don't ask why. It was none of your business. Anyways. Jesus Christ. Sorry. I don't need to say his name in vain, but damn. God. Okay. Sorry about that breather. Genuinely, I really like this story. It's creepy finding this old mirror in the attic that can work. Of course, the light still works and everything, which is not too weird. Because, I mean, I found shit that's still fucking working. I found a flashlight that was on my closet for years, and it was still on. Like, there was still light coming out of it. Like, bullshit. I never knew. Really, I'm not kidding. That's a real story. It's fucking bullshit, I know, but it's seriously true. Strange, but true. Yeah. It's really bizarre of a story, but it's also really creepy. Not knowing what happens for the mirror to actually act like this, how it works and shit. And of course, the mirror world, which we already gone to, which is the creepiest part of the story, which makes me love it so much, is the idea of this other dimension with your evil you. And that's not the creepy part. The creepy part is the dimension itself. It's terrifying sounding. I don't want to go there. It's like a nightmare for me. And I don't know, that just really made the story a lot better for me. Yeah, basically, some of Stine's best writing, definitely, for sure. One of the best plots I've read in a long time. Decent characters. Extremely good scariness. And yeah, probably one of the creepiest premises in a Goosebumps book I've seen in a long time. Also, I do really like, goddamn, what was it? Sorry, I really like the idea of it being an attic and not like so much just sitting around in a house. It's better to be an attic, which adds on to the atmosphere, which was the other thing I was going to mention. And the atmosphere of the book and where it takes place, the setting and stuff is really nice. It's really creepy. Just being in your attic. You never knew. In a secret room in your attic. It's creepy, and obviously it's boarded up for a reason, which you find out not too long getting into the book. You kind of start to figure out why. Anyways, yeah, that's gonna do it for the upsides. Let's get to the downsides. Sorry for the upside segment to go on. Let's actually get to the downsides now. I think there's one major problem with this book. And it didn't fuck me too much. It didn't make me completely get bored in the story. But this is something I know for a fact. I can't be the only one who felt this. You never leave the property. And what I mean is, this entire book takes place in this house. And, I mean, other books did something like this, like Night of Let Me Free, you barely left the property. But, I mean, not a single time did you even really leave the attic. Over, like, 20 chapters of this entire book is spent just in the attic. Which is not a bad thing, of course. I like the attic setting and stuff. It doesn't get too boring. Even though this is one of the longer Goosebumps books out of the original series. It is, like, 29 chapters, maybe? No, 26? Jesus. But every chapter is a lot longer than usual. I mean, some chapters, like I think I said earlier, going for like 9 pages. Like, that's a long one for Stine. Not very typical for Stine's length of chapters. But yeah, this is just kind of the worst settings, I guess. Not a bad setting, but like, there's very little places in this book. It's all just up in the attic or somewhere around the house. And we got like one scene in the backyard. One scene. You never even went outside the house, really, for this book. And you didn't even leave the property fucking once. Fucking once. So that's a big problem I have with the book. And it kind of drags down the score. Not by much. Because it's kind of a big problem, but it doesn't fuck the whole story up. If you enjoy it for what it is, it's good. But of course, it's kind of a bit of a big thing, a big deal, in my opinion. And, I mean, it is a very long book, so it might get bad for some people who just can't handle the whole book taking place in literally one room for most of the entire book. The attic. So, but I'm not going to tell you guys to go in with full expectations with that, because you're about to get to my score, and you might be a little shocked that it might be a very good story. You know, I've literally praised this book throughout the whole video. Like, a very good story. Yeah, just don't go into this book with low expectations, because it's seriously a fucking banger. In my opinion. You might not like the idea of going invisible. Invisible books are kind of overdone, especially with Goosebumps. We had many in the past. Into the Jaws of Doom was apparently one. Not gonna go iterate on that too much. I just know that's kind of a thing. That book. Probably more Give Yourself books out there. We have mirror books all the time. We have clock books. There's just as many mirror books as we have clock books. Like Danger Time, TikTok You're Dead, Good Clock of Doom. We have this. Yeah, you get the point. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Downsides. Let's actually get to, Jesus Christ, we have to put this up here. The ranking. Sorry, the rating. The rating. And now for the rating. Are you ready? 10 out of 10. As shocking as that may sound, this book is a perfect 10 out of 10 for me. And you might be pissed, because, like, I just gave it a downside. It can't be perfect. No, but this is... The downside really didn't fuck me. It did affect the story, and I felt like it could have been better. In some ways, it could have been 11 out of 10. If it were more settings. But did this book really need it? Not exactly, but I could have used some of it, because it kind of gets boring for some people, and it got a little boring for me at some part. Besides that, this book had some of the best writing from R.L. Stine ever, in my opinion. It's definitely one of the greater length Goosebump books, and I like it, because it's a very longer one. I mean, it may not look that long on camera, but, like, guys, this is a longer one. This is a long one. Like, hold on. For reference, that is the length of an average Goosebump book, right here. Like usual. That's, like, a little more thick than that, as you can tell. Yeah, the length of this book was great. I'm really happy with it. It was a little long, but it was a good long. It really didn't need that too. I mean, it didn't need it, but it was really fun. Had one of the greatest premises in Goosebumps, I think, and it was definitely one of the eeriest books. Decent characters overall, and yeah, just good setting with the attic and shit. Oh yeah, and the idea, I didn't iterate on that. The idea is really unique. I don't know if it's been somewhere else used in any media before, like maybe like it's based off a movie I don't know about, but either way, it's a really good idea. And yeah, that is my Let's Get Invisible book review. I'm sorry this book review went on for quite a long time. I had a lot to say in this book, and I've been wanting to talk about it ever since I finally read it. I'm like, I need to do a review on this, but I have to wait a bit. I have to wait a bit. I have to wait a few weeks, about a week now, and that's what I did. Sorry, I've done. And yeah, seriously, amazing book. Strongly recommend it. 10 out of 10. Sorry, you're still probably shocked I gave it a perfect score, but I'm like, guys, it's such a good one. 10 out of 10. I can't say much more besides one of my new favorite Goosebumps books that I finally reread. It took ages to get back to this because it just didn't like the idea alone. It didn't sound good, but when you read it, it's great. So, that is my review for Let's Get Invisible. Hope you guys agree with it. If not, if you hate this book, I'd like to hear in the comments below. Or if you like the book, I'd like to hear what you like about it. And yeah, just leave your thoughts below about Let's Get Invisible, or the review itself, the quality of the video, or anything. Shout out to Goosebumps fan. Link in the description to his channel, because I'm a psychopath and I just love that guy. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I got nothing much to say besides, see ya!